Hello everyone and welcome to a book review for a short story. This is an ebook that I read titled Snowbound Secrets, written by Jordana Pearce. I'm guessing is how that is said. This worked out to be only about 100 pages exactly, so pretty good. Standalone, so this is not part of a series. There was no audiobook available, and this was published in 2022, and this is a steamy romance. This kind of alternates between taking place in New Hampshire and then in Connecticut. So I believe that's like kind of just across the border. So like at some point they're in Connecticut and then like 5 hours different to a location in New Hampshire. So yeah, so it kind of takes place in both. Mostly in New Hampshire, but I would say probably closer to like a 60-40 or if not a 50-50 split. So this one, there are two characters that we are following. One is Amy. She is Amy Fairfax, and she doesn't really have a title, but she kind of takes over her dad's role before her dad got sick. I mean, when he got sick, before he passed away. So you do have loss of a parent in this. Her dad gets sick and eventually does pass away because it does talk about loss of a parent. Her other parent has affairs with married men, so you do have affair as well. And Amy takes over this position to try and get this company that she worked for, kind of get them out of some legal, financial trouble with some shareholders, and things like that. So things are enough of a mess that she has to have some bodyguards. So she has like 2 during the day and then 1 at night. And this is a romance, so this is a bodyguard romance. Things are bad enough that Amy gets threatening phone calls, she gets a stalker, and hence this is why she needs a bodyguard. You do have trigger warning for, you're not seeing the animal dead, but you're seeing a body part of an animal on this that's left on her doorstep, in her bed, or something like that. So there's definite concern that this stalker knows where she lives. And it's not a cat or a dog. I know that's where my mind would go first. It is not one of those. This is more of a wild animal, but still it is a disembodied animal. It's just one body part and it's there. So, and that's as gruesome as it gets. It's just saying there's blood and it's this animal's part. So she's working to try and fix things. The new bodyguard is Liam Sawyer, and he is the other POV that we are following. And this is told in first person throughout the book. Liam takes the job as the personal security guard. He finds her attractive. Ultimately, she finds him attractive. There is sexual tension and things like that. At one point, they do have sex in the office. I'm not going to say what's leading up to that because there is open door sex. At one point, she goes on vacation and there's sex there. And then that's pretty much all and then there's a kind of like a different type of sex scene. This is the first one I've read about it. I'm not going to say exactly what it is. They're having sex, but yet they aren't. So I'll leave that to your imagination. So Liam gets fired from his job, and that's kind of where this whole premise starts. Because of the sex in the office, they get caught. So Liam gets fired. She blames herself. He blames himself. She blames herself. He blames himself. That type of a situation. So there's some miscommunication and misrepresentation with their feelings towards each other. They do love each other. I mean, that is very obvious with how they treat each other and how they think about each other. So he ends up getting a job as a park ranger. She goes on vacation. She wants to be alone. Ends up crashing her Tesla. It's a Tesla again. And ends up getting taken to this cabin, that like an Airbnb. And that's where she is. And that's where things kind of start to escalate. So yeah, I mean, that is pretty much all I can say for 100 pages. This, again, there is sexually explicit scenes, and like I said, you do have the animal dismemberment, where it's just mentioning the body part and the blood. So, definitely an 18 or older book. So do please be aware of that. So now with that being said, in case you're still on the fence, because I know some people like, I do give you an estimate as far as the tallies for the ones I'm able to catch. So there's always a chance the tallies that I'm about to say could be short, because there's always a chance I could have missed it. But I do these words because there are some words that people want nothing to do with any of their books. And other people, they don't care. As long as there is open door sex, then they're good to go. So I do these words just so that you know if there's that one word in there that you don't want in a book at all, then you know to skip the book. Or if it's in there, if you can handle it once or twice, but let's say it's in there 10 times or more, then you know to skip the book if it's not for you. So with all that being said, let's get into the tallies, because I can't give you any more of the synopsis. So we have the words, and again, these are going to be sexual, so please 18 or older only for the rest of this video. You have the word shit coming up 10 times. Damn, 4. Ass, 14. The name Jesus, 1 time, not in a religious sense. Hell, 4 times. Fuck, 27. Balls, 2. Prick, 4. Erotic, 2. Breasts, 4. Horny, once. The word God, 6 times, not in a religious sense. Bang, once. Orgasm, 3 times. The name Christ, once, not in a religious sense. Cock, 13. Nipple, twice. Now, I will say this for nipple. 1 time it does say nipple, the other time it just says nip. So, the word hard, once. Fingering, once. Climax, twice. Rail, twice. Come, C-O-M-E, 7 times. Wet, 3. Pussy, 3. Masturbatory, once. Sex, twice. Not saying like we're gonna have sex, it's like this is how I feel amongst my sex, or he touches my sex type of a situation. Quickie, once. Clit, once. Going down, once. Head, twice. Slit, twice, excuse me. Center, once. That could actually be more. Anyway, tip, once. Pound, once. Dick, twice. Vibrator, once. Boobs, once. Asshole, twice. Tits, once. Length, once. Entrance, once. Bullshit, once. Dumbass, once. And motherfucker, once. So those are all the words. One other thing I did forget, I do have it notated here. If you like books that have certain references, this one has a reference to the Disney movie Frozen. So that is in there. That was just kind of fun little Easter egg to stumble upon, and it is in there. And it is obvious. So it's mentioned, it's like in one paragraph amongst like 2 or 3 sentences that it's mentioned in there. So there is a Frozen reference. So an nod to Frozen. So that is it. Let me know, is this a book that you are interested in? Especially where it is a shorter story, or are you kind of more on the no, if you're wanting the smut, you want a longer book? Or is this one you're going to try or pass? Let me know what your thoughts are. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later.